Hey, what's up guys, this is DarkArmedAlliance, and today I am super excited. They finally released Emperor of Darkness. I went out and bought 3 of them, that's why I have one of these mats out, because I've already opened one of them. But I figured I'd open one of them and kind of discuss what's in here and why you should get it. There are a lot of awesome reprints in here, and if you ever want to build Monarchs and you don't have an extra deck, buy this now. So let's get into it and let's open it up. I am so excited for this. My body has been so ready for this. Oh my goodness. I have been collecting Monarchs since 04 when Zaborg came out in Ancient Sanctuary. I remember when he came out and I was like, oh, he's pretty cool. And then Kaias came out and I was like, oh, you're cool. In the structure deck when they were starting to do a lot of remove from play stuff. But first off, you'll get a security tag in every box, apparently. That's my second one. You'll get a little advertisement for Shonen Jump Weekly. You'll get a rule book with, you know, the Underworld Monarch on it, which is pretty badass. And then you get one of these mats, which I won't even open. Well, I guess I'll open it to show you the back of it. It does have some strategies on the back of it with how to play the deck a little bit. I mean, Monarchs are pretty self-explanatory. Summon a vessel or summon something to tribute, and then tribute summon for a Monarch. It's fairly easy to play, but there we have it, the Heavenly Monarch. And this deck is indeed heavenly. So this is the first deck that's released this many cards into the, you know, game at one time. So you'll start off and you'll get one of the Heavenly Monarchs. You'll get one of the Underworld Monarchs, which is really good. I'm probably going to play these at 3 each in the deck. Then you'll get one of each of the Squires, which is really good, really good. I'm going to play these also at 3 each in the deck. I will do a deck profile of this soon, and sorry for the bad quality. I'm using my phone instead of my mom's phone right now. I will be getting a new phone soon to have a lot better quality. But you get both of these, then you get one Pantesium, I think it's Pantesium, of the Monarchs. Really good card. Searches out a lot of your stuff. Send one Monarch spell card from your spell or trap card from your hand to draw 2 cards. And then you can banish it to reveal 3 Monarch cards, 3 different ones from your deck, which you could just reveal 2 Tenacities and the card you actually want, and then grab, if they, regardless, you're going to get what you want. So, really good card, really good card. I love this card, and I love it how it's like the balance between light and darkness, which is amazing. I might try and make this my cover for my YouTube. Then you get 1 copy of Kaias, the Shadow Monarch, always a great reprint. 1 copy of Zaborg, the Thunder Monarch. 1 copy of Grand Marg, the Rock Monarch. 1 copy of Mobius, the Frost Monarch. 1 copy of the Firestorm Monarch. 1 copy of Ryza, the Storm Monarch. 1 copy of the Shadow Vassal. Now these vassals are all new. These vassals have never been released in anything else, which is really cool, and they all have their individual little effects, which I won't get into because it'll make this video terribly long, but they all have 800 attack and 1000 defense. They're really cool. The art, I love them. They're all based around each Monarch. So basically each Monarch has their own Squire, except for Delg, and I think it's Kurais. I don't know, the Light Monarch that everybody's hyping up right now. Those 2 do not have vassals, but hey, whatever. So you get the Rock Vassal, the Frost Vassal, the Firestorm Vassal, and the Storm Vassal. They're all super cool cards. Super awesome deck. I am so excited for this. 1 copy of Illusionary Snatcher. 1 copy of Tragodia. Awesome reprint. Could actually be teched into this deck. I could see it being teched in, but I could also see a couple of other cards being teched into this deck. Maybe like a Battle Fader, because that used to be the thing with Frognarks that you could play in there. But Tragodia, always a good reprint. Dandelion, also very good reprint. Haven't seen it reprinted in a while. Now we're getting into the really good reprints. And that is 1 copy of Mathematician. If you didn't sweeten up this deck enough, now it's sweetened up a lot. Then you get 1 copy of Level Eater. Level Eater is a great card. I think it's going to get played a lot more when those new Felgrand cards come out, but maybe not right now. Good reprint though. Then you get 1 copy of the card I was just talking about, Battle Fader. Really good reprint. Really good reprint. 1 Rainbow Karibo. Kind of sad not to see this in Secret Rare anymore. It's not very pretty when it's not Secret Rare, but hey, whatever. Then the card that I'm really was looking forward to, and that's 1 copy of Domain of the Monarch, of the True Monarch. While you have no cards in your extra deck and you control a tribute summon monster, your opponent is essentially locked out of their extra deck completely. I will definitely be playing 3 copies of this, always, in my Monarch deck. Also, once per turn, you can reduce the level of one monster with 2800 attack and 1000 defense, essentially any of your Mega Monarchs or your Heavenly Monarchs or your Underworld Monarch by 2, so you make it at level 6 until the end phase of that turn. And then if a tribute summoned monster attacks, it gains 800 attack. So all your 2400 attack point monsters become 32, and all your 2800 attack point beaters become 36. So they become humongous beat sticks on top of not being able to use your opponent's extra deck and reducing it. So Domain of the Monarchs must have. I wish it was a super rare. I hope in the future they reprint it as some sort of holo, maybe even a secret. I would love to see some pack reprint it as a secret, or even in premium gold, infinite gold. This would be awesome. Maybe too soon, but I would love to see it. Then you get 1 copy of March of the Monarchs. I probably will play this at 1. It makes it so all your tribute summon monsters cannot be affected or destroyed by battle. Excuse me, not destroyed by battle. Targeted or destroyed by card effects. Excuse me. If it made it so they couldn't be destroyed by battle, that would be ridiculous. That would be ridiculous. I probably only play this at maybe 1 or 2. Then you get 1 copy of Return of the Monarchs, which is essentially your search card. Every time you tribute summon a Monarch monster, you can search for another Monarch, essentially. It's a little different than that. When you tribute summon a monster, you can add a monster with 2400 attack and 1000 defense to your hand, or add a monster with 2800 attack and 1000 defense to your hand. So really good card. It really boosted up the deck. I knew that this was going to happen when they started releasing. When this card came out and Grand Marg the Mega Monarch, I was like, oh, that's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. Then indirect support to a lot of decks is the Monarch Stormforth, or the Better Soul Exchange, if you will. Really good card. Makes the deck balanced so you don't clog as much, and it's searchable with Tenacity. Strike of the Monarchs, I don't really see people using it all that much. I just don't. But then you get into Tenacity of the Monarchs. I love how each one of the spell cards has one of the Monarchs on it, which is really awesome. And then when you get into the trap cards, you have that again, but you have diffusion traps, where you have 2 of the Monarchs on some of them. Tenacity, if you can reveal 1 monster with 2400 attack in your hand and 1000 defense, or a monster with 2800 attack and 1000 defense, to add 1 Monarch spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. So it essentially searches Domain, Stormforth, any of them. So search this with your Pentesium of the Monarchs, or the super rare thing that looks like Heaven and Hell. Then you get 1 Soul Exchange. Probably won't even use it. Enemy Controller, again, probably won't even use it. Die Typhoon, little random, but here's one really cool one. They released Soul Charge as a common in this structure deck. I would almost buy multiple copies of this structure deck just to get extra Soul Charges, but I might just buy them as singles. Really good reprint. Then you get 1 copy of the Prime Monarch, which essentially is going to be your tribute engine. You'll reduce your level of your Monarch with Domain down to 6. Then special summon this back from graveyard by removing from play a Monarch card from your graveyard. Special summon this back to the field as a trap monster. Tribute this, and then go nuts. My favorite old type of deck was the beatdown deck, where you use trap monsters and tribute summon monsters, so this is right up my alley. I love this deck. I'm so excited. Then you get 1 of the first Monarchs. It is a tribute summon. It's basically just a trap monster that can change its attribute by discarding a card. Then you get Escalation of the Monarchs. Escalation of the Monarchs essentially lets you tribute summon on your opponent's turn or your turn, so really good. Then you get the Monarchs Awaken. Haven't seen this really come into effect. With March of the Monarchs being a thing, this is not as good. You get the Monarchs Erupt. I've considered trying to play this at 1. May try and tack it in. I don't know yet. But then you get 1 card that's only been ever printed once, and that was by order of the Emperor. When a monster effect is activated, basically it cannot be negated. Or I think it's when a monster effect is activated, that activates when a monster is normal summoned. You can negate the activation, then the player draws one card. Pretty good. It's a built-in draw power, but it's a little slow and can get twin twisted, so not very good. Then one pinpoint guard, not ever going to use it, and then you get one of the really cool Kai-S tokens. But anyways, guys, tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I am super excited about this, and I will have a deck profile of it soon. But anyways, guys, this is Dark Armed Duelist, and I'm out. Going to make this.